Hmm.
Huzi
Yep.
here, and my guest with me today is the one and only Ashwin Rao. Hello.
Hey, hello. Thanks,
All right.
Susie. It's been a quite a long time since.
I know, right? I know.
Yeah,
The last time I saw you in a gig was in
the
I
good
ca-
old days.
the good old days.
Yeah, it feels like eternity, but
It does, right?
when I recap of people and the places I met, and it's always been a live show, and then
Uh-huh.
it's not there for like almost 2 years.
Yeah,
It's
I know
a
it.
long lost lover, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and how are you coping with the COVID situation right now?
I say that I'm doing okay. I mean, I am sort of introverted but also extroverted when I need to be. So, which is okay lah. I mean, in that sense, there are some times where you're feeling like man, I miss playing live, or I miss going out
Right.
and checking out, and like the whole culture of musicians in Singapore is like you obviously know to hang out,
Yeah.
get drunk, or like go get some food, or like spend time at Kampong Glam or whatever,
Yeah,
after a
I know.
show. So yeah, lah, it's a little tug of a war,
Uh,
especially for us musicians. But I think we've just been focusing on like work and like our personal lives lah at this time for the moment. Yeah.
so for the viewers out there
Mm-hmm.
listening or watching,
Yep.
uh, you're in a band called Nightingale, right?
Yes, correct.
And you're still in that band, right? You're
Yeah,
still together.
pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
How
Yeah.
long has it
So
been now?
it's been almost crazy. It's been, if you count this year, yeah, almost 7 years. Yeah,
Ah,
it's wild.
talk to me about the band. I know that is a very heavily influenced by Nirvana. Talk to me about it. Even with your performances, you sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you dressed up for performance with the
Yeah,
sundress and all that. I
correct, correct,
remember
correct.
coming to those gigs and actually
Yeah.
actually enjoying those. Yeah,
Yeah.
talk to me about those.
So, I think it was because the first thing that happened to me was I needed an entry into the music scene. I didn't have any sort of entry. I didn't have friends, or like when we also hung out, right? We
Yeah,
like I didn't have like a an event that would jump me into the music scene. So the first thing I did was to try to get into something like a baby sort of a thing, and at that time it was called Noise Singapore,
yeah,
and so it was the most kind of like more beginner friendly sort of a event that you would join, and you had mentors just like in babies, and they would pick you up and they would groom you into like an artist you want to be. I got picked up by this dude called Randolph Ariola, who's like a very pioneer live looping persona, and
right.
he's so good at what he does, but he's also a very huge fan of Nirvana and Jimi Hendrix and all these guys. So when I was with him, he pretty much gave me all these influences that I need to listen to, like bands, and also he's a gear freak, so he got me into all these cool gear like fuzz pedals and all that, like especially fuzz pedals because that
Yeah,
was a completely new realm for me.
yeah,
So fast forward, I got out of that and I wanted something fresh to build, and I wanted something that was a collaborative approach compared to what I was doing last time, which was I would write a song and then I would like bring guys to play with me.
yeah.
But this time I wanted to get people to join me in a jamming studio and build something impromptu. So that's when I decided to form Nightingale. And yeah, the concept is, I think it was just very much different from what I guess other bands were doing. Like, we were playing like garage rock. We didn't have a bass player because nobody signed up to play in the band at that time. It's
Yeah,
like it was so young and fresh, but it worked in our advantage because it was so different. And that's
yeah.
why a lot of the big festivals we played felt that, oh, these guys can pull off with three
Yeah,
piece without a bass and all
I
that. Yeah.
remember watching you guys for the first time, and it's not clean. It's very raw. It's very in your
Yeah.
face, and
Yeah.
it somehow managed to like pull the audience in, and
Yeah, yeah.
somehow get them to engage with you guys, and you know you get on the floor and just go twirl
Yeah,
around.
it was more like because I felt that, if you're playing like rock music and live rock music, you gotta be into it. Like you have to like fucking break a leg or shit like that. And it was, I
Yeah,
think, it was therapeutic for the rest of the guys in the band too, because Singapore obviously is stressful, and music scene even more stressful, and life is generally stressful when you're doing music.
mm,
But when you're in the zone
yeah,
and you give it all, yeah, you want
yeah.
to release all the energy. So that's why it comes out like crazy. But in real life, I'm very chill now, like now. So, and of course,
Right.
there's some theoretics to it. Like, we sometimes you'll plan like, okay, let's do a dress thing situation here or situation there, just to like just shock people's mind lah. So I can do it because I don't know, maybe I got the balls, I guess. But yeah, I
Yeah,
just we just try to make it interesting. Yeah, at certain big events lah.
you
So
make it
yeah,
unforgettable for
yeah.
your performances.
And I'm
Um,
lucky, like those dresses also fit. So yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
it has to
forgot
fit.
about that.
Otherwise, like, cannot.
What sizes are those actually?
They're usually very small.
Really? I
Like,
mean, yeah.
and each one has interesting story. Like
Uh
each one's very, and it's always been the help of course, women now. Like
huh.
the people I know who are like when I got the first dress when I played the first dress with the Babies in 2015.
Yeah.
It was the start of just me trying things out, and
Mm.
yeah, it was like my school receptionist, she overheard me talking about wanting a dress with all the guys. Then she was like, "Oh, Ashwin, come over." And then she brought all her some clothes, and
Yeah.
then she decided, "Oh, just pick one, whatever one. What do you want?" Oh, wow, so interesting. You all wanted to help me, but yeah, the girls were very on. Like whoever I spoke to or needed help
Uh huh.
to, they were very on. And then the
Yeah.
wedding dress was pretty interesting too. I bought it from Carousel, like $50. Somebody's wedding kana
That's
or
a
something. I
very
don't know.
sad wedding dress.
I know,
If
but
you're selling for $50 for a
yeah, I
wedding
don't know.
dress, that's a very
Yeah,
sad one.
yeah, and $50. What else happened? fifty
Probably
dollars with
somebody died in it, lah.
I think so. I don't know. Anyway, I donate the dress already. So,
You know,
but
okay,
yeah,
best. It's best to
yeah,
donate.
$50 with the veil and the gloves. I thought like what a great deals. Yeah. Then I asked the
Yeah.
lady also,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, I'm a guy. Can it fit or not? Cause on carousel you cannot see who you're talking." Then she said, "Oh, yeah, you're the same physique as my daughter, Ken one." I was like, okay, I got the approval. So yeah, interesting. At the same time, when I
Yeah.
made the deal at Yishun MRT, and then I
Mm-hmm.
act a bit blur blur. Then I see a four Cisco guy staring at me. Like, what's this
Yeah.
puffy white puffy thing in your bag? Then I say it's
Right.
a dress for a theater performance. Then they check my IC. Then they let me go lah. But it
Yeah.
was all these memories I had. Like, wow, this better be worth it. Yeah. So yeah,
It's it is I still have the photos that I took, and it really brings out that grunge feeling of it,
yeah,
and I'm actually proud of the photos I took that day.
yeah.
um
Like, yeah.
so now how long has it been, sorry, with your band?
About 7 years now.
So right now, are you guys creating anything together? Separately.
I would we would say yeah, like I would go out to my drummer's place, and then we would just like jam stuff out and all that. But I
Right.
think currently it's just been more like I think I wouldn't say like we're just like not doing much. We're just, I think, taking this time to just maybe re-strategize how we're gonna come back into the scene.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the first, I would say,
Mm.
a good amount of the years, like maybe half of the years, we were literally grinding, like playing so many shows. It's crazy. We loved it because like I said, like it was just a therapeutic thing, right? But over time, I guess all bands have to consider like what's worth playing and what's worth not playing. Yeah, it's yeah, you have to see you have to give that kind of space for even for your fans to kind of
Yeah.
like feel that, okay, these guys are kind of playing very not that often, so maybe I should go attend this time, compared
Yeah.
to like, oh, this band is gonna play, definitely gonna play next month, so why should I? So yeah, we are trying to create that kind of thing. I think a lot of bands should, and
Hmm.
obviously it should be in conjunction with any new music release with. But yeah, but that's the thing. We're trying to re-strategize things. We're also trying to release some new music, maybe when things get better in this COVID situation.
Yeah,
But
I know.
I'm very surprised by the fact that not many bands have released music during these 2 years.
It's yeah, it's I don't know. I thought the COVID, lockdown especially would
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm gonna take my time. Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah,
start writing, and then
yeah,
boom, nothing at all, and then
yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah,
start binging on Netflix and
yeah,
just
yeah,
start
yeah.
watching
I I have a
some
feeling that maybe people are writing,
yeah,
but I guess they are not willing to release it yet because of. But
yeah,
that's the thing. If you see, maybe I'm not a good example, but my typical day is like I'm working from home, and I'm doing my work. But
yeah,
obviously, I'm also like checking out YouTube or like Netflix. I'm not really opening up Spotify. Like only
yeah,
when I go to Makan or Tapa food, then I'm like, okay, but my regular approach is like, yeah, I would go to work, and work is like a 45-minute journey, like average.
mhm,
45 minutes, I'm listening to all the new music on Spotify, and all the local music will come out too on that one. So when I think people are now, of course, they are more viscerally engaging with visuals than audio. I feel
yeah, yeah.
so the
It's
only aspect, yeah, the only aspect, like of course you can put music videos, but how many music videos can you put? Like it's budgets and all this thing, ma. But audios you can of course put, but that's when live music comes into play. When people are there to watch, and then you direct them to your Spotify, and then that's
yeah,
when they so that big marketing push is being ripped off. I mean, not ripped off, more like it's not available, lah, yeah,
mhm,
because of this time. But yeah, I guess yeah.
yeah. I remember one artist that I shall not name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not an artist lah. I mean, he's just a singer. He recorded this music. He wanted me to direct the music video,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to be like, oh, okay, the camera should be go up like this. It's like it's gonna be so operatic, and when I
Mm-hmm.
hear the music, and I'm like, uh,
Yeah, the music has
uh,
to be tops lah.
yeah, you
Yeah,
should go back to the studio, you know,
yeah.
do some tweaking a bit, but yeah, what to do. So, anyways, okay, here this is like my game lah in a way lah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
um, top five bands that influences you.
Oh, okay, dope. The first band ever that influenced me big time during that time was this band called Bass Drum of Death, and it's not just an influence; it's a complete ripoff because I exactly try to sing the way he sings. I have the same vocal pedal he uses. It's as if it's like he's in a canyon or something. I use the same setup, the whole non-bass dual guitar setup. Yeah,
Right.
and the only difference, I guess, is yeah, I bring my influence from Singapore, lah. Like obviously, my voice is a little different and all that. But that's the biggest influence because I think it was the first band other than Nirvana that almost every song that he put out, like he put out like almost 3 albums. Almost
Yeah.
every song just worked with me and it ticked with me, and it was so different. And it wasn't so punk, it wasn't so rock. It was
Yeah.
somewhere in between, and it
Mm-hmm.
was kind of very catchy too. So yeah, if people want new music, you should check out Bass Drum of Death. And so there's Bass Drum of Death. There's Ty Segall, who's also another dude that's solo and who's also putting out a lot of great music. And he's gotten more in different. I would say like he's like a underrated sort of a musician because he's doing trying a lot of new things. Like now he's going through his David Bowie era, so he's trying new personas and trying new kind of sounds, weird noises and all that. It's pretty cool, and it's
Right.
still like garage rock realm. Third one, Waves. It's like
Ah,
a
interesting.
Yeah, I like waves because I just like
Okay.
the beach waves. Just I like the harmonies that they bring in into their music,
Yeah,
and
it
especially Nathan
is.
Williams. Williams, yeah, and of course, fourth would be like Nirvana because yeah, I just like the attitude that Kurt Cobain brings in, and that's what I kind of get influenced by. Not giving a fuck and just doing what we need to do. Like yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of times we really can be screwed big time, especially in Singapore. Like sometimes we would go off the time in a public establishment and we would still be playing. We're just going off the charts and smashing our guitars and the security's trying to stop us, you know, and then
Yeah.
sometimes it's like, yeah, we were doing all these wedding dresses and we are making all these announcements on stage, and yeah, everybody's like, "What the fuck is this?" But I mean, it's there's always that resistance and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, so far so good, lah. We keep it as PG, but also as
Oh, come on
different
lah.
as possible.
Go, just go R. Just go R
I
rated,
know,
bro.
I know. Okay, I'll try to. I'll try to. I mean, like I mean, I mean, I don't know lah. I'm still a foreigner lah, so I don't know.
Okay, 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 okay. Then
Yeah,
Singapore
yeah, I know, I
is,
know.
yeah.
I mean, I try to be I do make sure I'm safe like as safe as possible. But I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
PG for now.
Okay. And
Okay.
then what is the last? What's the last band? Right. The last band I would
Mhm.
say. Hmm.
Yeah.
Man, it's very tough. Everybody is rock that I know, but I want to bring in some influence from other side.
Any Eva,
Uh,
Kate Bush. I'm
Actually, you
just.
know what? Long time ago,
Mm-hmm.
I think there was. I think I was when I was single and I was on Tinder a lot. And what happened was, yeah, you have a conversation with some girls, and some girls are very. Their music taste is pretty good.
Yeah.
So when they know that you play in bands and all that, then they'll sometimes share their playlist. And there's one particular girl that was into a lot of the old 50s music. Crazy, right? Yeah, and she would share like
Ah.
she's like yeah, like like modern, and like I would think like
Mm.
she's into like all the pop stuff. But yeah, she's her biggest thing is in 50s music. So she got me into this guy called Chet Baker. Not Chet Faker, huh? Chet
Richard
Baker.
Baker. Yeah.
And he's like a trumpet, jazz trumpet, solo crooner. Wow, he's damn good. And
Yeah. It
he's
is.
like the Justin Bieber at that time. That's what I would say. And she would also say the same. And yeah, the his voice is phenomenal. The emotion that he brings out in his voice
Mm-hmm.
is pretty cool. So yeah, and yeah, I would say that it reminds me of that kind of artist because there's a lot of I guess emotion and like that the emphasis on melody is very strong, and I would say
Yeah.
that ties in with also something. I would say number five is my influence growing up in India and the music I listened to in India. It
Yeah.
was very it wasn't uh because I came from the south, and south had a lot more emphasis on melody and
You're right.
lyrics and the moods,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, so that was a big influence when I was growing up. So every time when I even though I listen to all these bands and follow what they do, the fifth influence comes in first, where melody comes first and lyrics is like a secondary thing where I put emphasis more on the melody, because the
Yeah.
melody is like everybody wants to be able to get hooked onto your song within the first 10 seconds, because everybody's skipping through their Spotify songs, right?
Yeah.
If you can capture them within the first 10 seconds, they're probably going to stay and probably going to support you, because the first seconds is so crucial. So yeah, and that's what these all these back home, all these songs were doing. Yeah.
So to to those who listen who wanted to get into the music scene, what
Yeah.
advice would you give them?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say, I think first things first is like, when you're starting off, I think you should pretty much be very excited about it. I'm sure you'll be excited to form a band and do all this, but
Mhm.
I think it's also good to like kind of reduce that excitement. By that I mean picking members, that
Yeah.
would be of primarily they are friends, but they are not too close of a friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a good balance of skill and a relationship. You know,
Yeah.
you need a skill. You need
Mm-hmm.
to pick musicians who are skilled,
Mm-hmm.
and you also need to pick musicians that are friends but not too close. And obviously, the influences also matter. Uh, because I say is that when you become too friends, too much, too close to somebody, you cannot critique
Yeah.
their performance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Which is a very good segue into the story how we met.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I still remember
Yeah,
bits and pieces of it.
yeah, bits and bits, just bits and pieces of it. Yes,
Yeah.
it was what 2012,
Yeah,
2013.
starting days, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
2012, yeah.
remember you respond to my soft.
Yeah,
I put out on soft that I was looking for yeah, another player, and I I remember us, yeah, three guys, myself, Lukman, he's the drummer, and you were
yeah, I
playing,
think,
yeah, you're playing the bass, and
yeah,
we three had like totally different styles.
yeah, yeah. But it was fun. I noticed
It
that,
was,
yeah, like I thought you were cool playing left-handed. I thought that was pretty cool. Like
it's
I got
more.
that. Wow, this guy like Kurt Cobain.
It's just comfortable. I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's pretty.
And it's
Yeah,
not
it's interesting.
left-handed. It's it's upside down,
Oh,
actually.
wow, that one OGs, yeah.
So the E string is the
Tumbalik,
bottom.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
terbalik. Everything is terbalik.
Wow.
And I remember, yeah, we were jamming out. I was enjoying it. And
Yeah,
then because
yeah.
I knew my drummer for since like 2004, and he was
Wow.
he was like nudging me like he's not feeling it because he's more into those pop ish
Ah, I
popish
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and I was more into Sonic Youth. I was more into
Yeah,
Black
yeah, yeah.
Blood.
Grunge guy. It's
Yeah.
tough lah. It's yeah, yeah, I totally understand your drummer because this it's a mood and a vibe thing, you know. You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
songs won't like you won't know what to play when you're in a different world. Yeah. Yeah, that's that. My first drummer was his name is Dion Chan, and
Yeah.
my first drummer was like he was like from a pop background. You know, he used to be like the
Mm.
drummer for RP's Replug, which is like their singer songwriter pop vibe
Uh-huh.
kind of CCA.
Yeah.
And I think at that time I was just like, yeah, I was just getting people in the band, right? And he joined in,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, initially it was different for him. He wanted to try something different from like the pop stuff to doing the rock stuff. But then once he got in, right, wow,
Yeah.
he really got into shape, you know. Yeah, he really got it. It's like as if he went to
Yeah.
like the national service, like within 6 months, wow, he fucking trained like skinny already, you know. Because the yeah, I would just like faster, faster, you know, or like yeah, he would be hitting more heavier, and you know, like
Yeah.
it's a that's the thing about I guess jamming together lah. Yeah, you build and you grow, even though people are from different things. I guess you build and
Yeah.
grow. But
And
also, I understand it's like whether you want to do it or not. Also, you know, that's the
yeah.
thing. Yeah, yeah,
Because I believe that if he can just get along with it, I think we can create something. But I guess
yeah,
he didn't.
yeah.
And then
But also
somehow,
at that time, I was also very new and very fresh. I also don't know what I'm doing.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember your hair and everything. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. My hair. It's
yeah,
always my
and
hair.
and then we went to a coffee
What was that
shop.
studio? I remember what studio was it we went? The very famous Lee
Swilly,
was
Aljunied.
it Sweeney?
Yes, Aljunied MRT. Swilly. Yes,
Sweeney?
yes.
I
Yeah.
work for Sweeney. I don't think we have a Sweeney there.
Swilly, that's Swilly.
Oh, Weelong. Is it Weelong? Something lah. Like old
The,
it's a
the,
legendary place where everybody goes and jams.
yeah, it's near Aljunied MRT.
I
It's yeah, no, is it Swilly?
I think
Not Swilly, yeah.
no, cannot be, cannot be. We don't have jamming studio. I think it's Weelong, Wee Kong. I don't know. I forgot lah. It's just one time only I went.
Some,
I'll Google
the
it.
one there's a coffee shop beside.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
I remember the uncle asked us to lower the volume.
lower the volume. Yeah,
Oh, I think it's Wheelie Music Center. Geylang,
Willie.
it's not.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
Geylang.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
Geylang.
yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. Correct, correct, correct.
And they have like a light that goes like a siren if your time is up. I just one of the, I think that was there. I think so.
Really?
I remember there's a very strong memory of me looking at you
Uh huh.
jamming, and then you looking at your drummer, and then something was fucking flashing in front of my my flashing in front of my face. You know, what's that flashing?
Oh yeah,
Then I see,
I thought it was like a fire alarm. Is there
yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
a
It's like an alarm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then I'm like, what's
somewhere
happening?
burning?
Is it okay? Time to evacuate or whatever? Oh, it's just my last song. Last song. Lighting going on. Interesting ways the jamming studios use.
I
Hmm.
know. Such a waste of money, you know. You can just
Yeah.
come by and then just say last song.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
oh god, oh my god. I want to say thank you for joining me today.
All right. No problem,
Thank
man.
you for talking to me. It's so fun to reminisce and talk about music, and I
Yeah.
hope uh, to hear from your band very soon. Hopefully,
Yeah.
and hopefully that everything goes well for you lah in the future.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks so much.
So thank
Yeah.
you very me. Thank you very
Yeah.
me.
And
No. It's
thank.
this is Huzi talking to me. Thank you for joining
Yeah.
me.
And yeah, lah. Yeah. Just take care and take care of your health, lah. Health is, I think, biggest
Yeah,
giveaway this few years. So yeah, take care of your health,
yeah.
and yeah, regards to all your family and friends. Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hey, no problem, bro. Keep rocking. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Okay, yo, makan.